Hey YouTube, Rick Marks here again, and I'm going to talk in this one about if you're not buying, you're selling. I guess breaking through some of the mental challenges people have when it comes to selling. Most people don't like to be salespeople. Most people don't like to link themselves or think about things as a selling aspect. But as again, Myron Gold, how has put into my head the understanding that if you're not actually buying something, you're selling, and essentially that's sort of the case. If you're not giving, you're receiving, and that sort of has changed my perspective on things as well around realizing that it is actually quite factual when you, I guess, look at a scenario. If you're worried about being a salesperson, you're selling yourself. You go into an interview for a job and you're selling yourself. If you're not doing a very good job of selling yourself and providing them with the confidence to back you, because you're not backing yourself, just like, you know, a good salesperson is generally someone who really believes the product and gets behind the product themselves. They back it and they go long hard at it. So that's something that I guess we can all probably look at and go, have you got room for improvement to up your game? And I guess work out how you can back yourself more. Whether that's backing yourself as a professional, whether that's backing yourself as in your hobbies, you know, if it's in a sporting capacity that, you know, you want to be the best golfer, are you backing yourself? Do you believe that you've got the ability to be the best golfer? You know, more often than not, we kind of go, I'm not as good as, and we compare ourselves to others. Now that's like looking at two products and going, well, this one's all right, but it's not as good as this one. Now, again, why is one better than the other? Again, we need to start to look at how we are viewing things. And my previous video was talking about the comparison, like using the facts. So if you can look at two products and actually factually break down why one is better than the other, then that's going to help you to actually understand and gain the value, which, you know, yeah, they're all sales terms. Yeah, they're all stuff that gets used in the sales arena. But like you're going into your interview, you have to prove to those people on the other side of the table or in the forum or whatever it is, why your value and why you're best suited for that job, that position. Now that also comes down to dollars, and again I've talked about you knowing your worth. It talks about all those elements of your own backing, believing your skill set. They're all those components that build up the makeup, the understanding of you as an individual and why you as the salesperson for you are that's who they need, and these are the reasons why. So something that I learned quite early on when I was doing service desk as an analyst, I learned a lot about business case and writing a good solid business case. Now that was also off the back of, again, me running business myself. I can often think like a business because I know that the people upstream that are going to sign off on paying the money or, you know, validating it, they need a good understanding of what it is that they're signing up for. They don't want 100-page essay, and that's where a lot of people get confused. And I need it to do my job isn't enough. What's your job? Who are you? So once you can start to like do that, and this is something that I've started to try and work out how I can pivot that into parenting. And I've suggested that with my kids, when they want something, helping them to form a business case for why they need that as such, and helping them to start to think about the fact that you need to bring me around to understand and believe that me spending $100 on that pair of shoes is actually going to be a benefit. Now, and that may not necessarily be direct benefit to me, but if, for instance, my kid goes, yeah, well, all the other shoes actually do hurt my feet, which then gives me back pain, and you know, they can come up with an actual substantial basis for why that specific pair of shoes is needed, then by all means, they've done the research, and it's more about the skill than it is about me understanding the complexity of their situation. But it's setting them up so when they do go out in the workforce and they're going before anyone for funding or whatnot, they will know the skills they need to be able to bring you onto their page, so that you can actually understand how that pair of shoes or that laptop or whatever we're talking about, funding that for them will make X much better for you as a business. And I think that skill in itself is quite lacking, because I myself have seen that many requests and stuff where business case is, I need it to do my job. And it's like, well, that's fantastic, but once you start going up the rungs, they don't know who your name is, they don't know what your job is, they don't know how, like, it's just too broad, and more often than not rejected, because the effort and time hasn't been spent. You haven't given it the thought, so why should they give it the thought? So pivoting back around to you're selling or you're buying, and how we're either on Amazon buying stuff, or you know, we're selling our time, we're selling our energy, we're selling our thoughts, we're selling our whatever. So next time when you start thinking about, well, I'm not a very good salesperson, that's a skill you can increase, because when you're not a good salesperson, you're then going to be a buyer. And the other thing that Myron Golden said stuck out to me is, be a happy buyer, be a pleasant buyer, because it's what we put out, we will receive. So when we're whinge about the fact that, oh, that clerk at that shop was so rude or whatever, maybe we were also somewhat giving off a bad vibe, or, you know. So if we start to look at how we are projecting and how we are acting, and if we're putting it out there and we're selling happiness, we're selling a more positive experience of you, then we're going to reap that sales when we've got buyers who are attracted towards you as a seller for your time, for your efforts, for your thoughts, for your energy. They want to be around you. So I hope that's been a good video. I hope you guys have gotten something out of it. If you have, chuck it in the comments. You know, I have seen people say, you know, put brown monkey turkey in the comments so you can see that the audience is engaging. I'm just happy if you throw your comments at how you guys see it. Are you buying, are you selling? How can you improve on your sales? How can you be a happier buyer? Go and check out the other videos I put out every Monday to Friday, 9 AM Australian Eastern Standard Time, which at the moment is with daylight savings. A new video comes out, hit the subscribe with bell notification, you get reminded that it's come out. Thumbs up if you've enjoyed it, and you will see me on the next video. Thanks for watching.